Well, I'm back again. People want to know why I'm back. I thought I'd tell you a little bit more about me. I mean, I'm pretty much anti-Trump, but not anti-Republican. Um, I hate all politicians. I don't think any of them are truly 100% honest. I think they're a bunch of greedy bastards that sit down and believe that they know what we want, even though we say we want something different. They're not going to give it to us. Um, but Trump as a human being, I truly, truly hate. I mean, he is despicable. He's done things to people, and with the amount of money he has, if he went out personally and killed somebody, he would get away with it. Because if there were no witnesses, there's nobody that's gonna, even investigate it, because he could buy them all off. He's just so. When you see me write things and produce articles that other people have written about Trump, or politics, I don't always necessarily agree with them. Like like today, there's a thing on CNN saying that the job report, we got 312,000 new jobs in the month of December. But reading what the article said, I failed to see anything that said how many of those were seasonal or temporary or part-time. I know for a fact that after Walmart and some of the other companies raised their minimum wage to something like in the neighborhood of $13 to $15 an hour, that there was a decline in full-time employees, that they went to part-time employees. Part-time employees don't get benefits. Part-time employee, if you work less than a certain amount of hours a week, yes, you're employed, but you don't get anything for it. They're gonna try messing with us, and I don't understand the philosophy difference in philosophies between Republicans and Democrats, because I thought at one point in time we were all Americans and that we were all striving for the same thing. But I've studied history, and if you look back and you find out there's always been people. That's how kings and queens and everything, they've always felt that they knew what we wanted more than we did. And sometimes they're right, because sometimes the demands of some of the people are unreasonable. They're unreasonable to expect. Me, I'm 72 years old. I don't really want anything anymore. I'm kind of like, I can say and do whatever I want because I've done and said everything I've wanted to over my lifetime. So I have a different opinion of things. But I do believe that statistically, what they're talking about now with the jobs and whatnot is a lie. It's just not, or not say, let's not say it's an out and out lie. Let's just say it doesn't. It's not exactly 100% truthful. Because if you look at that same report, it says that the unemployment rate went up 0.02%, from 3.7 to 3.9% unemployed. That's, and unemployment is a that unemployment rate is a false statistic, because it doesn't take into consideration those people that have given up. Those people that are off of it are like me. When I was on unemployment, I got off unemployment and went and collected my social security checks early. That's why I live in Colombia, because there's no way I could have afforded to live in the United States. Every time they give you something, they take something away. They do it down here. They gave everybody, the minimum wage was raised. It's a minimum wage. Getting tongue-tied. And it affected everybody. But then you turn around and they raised what they call the IVA tax, which is like a I think it's sort of like a sales tax, and they raised that, and there went the extra 100,000 pesos or whatever it was that people were going to get an hour or a week. It's gone. They do that all the time. I get increases every year in Social Security, and as soon as I do that, the bank that I deal with down here raises its fees to take my money out of the bank. My rent goes up, the electricity bill goes up, and before you know it, I'm actually making less than I was before I got the increase. It's that's the way things are done, and that's what people don't understand when they go out and they clamor for a tax break. You know, they get this tax reduction, and then they say, oh wow, this is great, I'm going to have 30, 40, 50, whatever dollars more a week, and at the end I'll be able to save that. You know, no, you won't, because other prices, food prices will go up, gasoline prices will go up, everything you own will go up, because number one, corporations are not going to take less money. All right, they're not going to. These guys aren't going to make less money. I mean, look at the, what was it, GM? The lady, the chairman, the CEO of GM was sitting there, and they got rid of all these plants and everything that they're closing in America and discontinuing these models, and she gets $22 million. Where'd they find that money? If they were so desperate for money, where did they find the $22 million to pay somebody that does basically nothing? A CEO of a major corporation does, excuse me, basically nothing. They sit there and get paid to do nothing because they're the face of the company. And so long as they know that they will take the blame. All right. I have to cut this short. I'm losing my voice for some reason. So I'll try and come back tomorrow or the next day. Anyhow, this is Fats from Flounder and Fats Think. So stay cool. Have a good weekend.